Across China, every kitchen is an entire world of its own. It's in the rhythm of daily cooking that the true richness of life is to be found. Every wisp of kitchen smoke has an intriguing tale to tell. From the curling smoke of a hearth to a ladle of soup on a fishing boat at dusk. Kitchens, whether old or new, reflect local tradition and trace the changing of the seasons. Every Chinese person has their own super kitchen. In the misty Jingmai Mountains of southwest China, Zhang Jia had returned to his remote village after a long stint working away from home. According to Lahu ethnic tradition, when a man starts a family, there's one thing he must do: build a hearth of his own. In Lahu people's homes, the hearth is usually built on the eastern side. A square pit, 1 meter wide and about a hand deep, is dug into the floor and lined with plantain leaves. Red soil is firmly packed, then topped with dampened sand. After 3 days of drying, the new kitchen is ready for use. But the main dish for the housewarming feast must still be prepared over the old hearth. A free-range chicken from the tea gardens is roasted whole over the fire. The flames bring out a deep scent of wood smoke. Roasting, one of the oldest forms of cooking, lives on in Lahu tradition. In their language, the word hu means to make food fragrant with fire. With just a simple hearth, the Lahu people have mastered the art of controlling heat down to the finest gradation. Beneath the flames, spices are slow toasted in embers until they char and release their smoky aroma. Pounded and stirred, their flavors deepen with every motion. The chicken is tossed with spices, stir-fried, then simmered with a few ladles of hot water until it yields a bold aromatic broth, deep with spice and the warmth of smoke. Traditionally refined well salt is heated over flame, absorbing the fragrance of leaves and wood. A dish of Lahu chicken is roasted, baked, smoked, and stewed. The tastes of the ingredients and spices are all tempered by the hearth and deepened by time. No wonder it is the highlight of the housewarming feast. To the rising wisps of smoke, Ja'ar tends the hearth, the source of the warmth of home. This small corner, rich with ancestral flavors, has become his refuge. Smoke and fire weave the fabric of daily life. With just one stove, the home is filled with comfort and joy. In a kitchen barely big enough for one person, Zhu Wenzhou cooks with the same bold energy he brings to his singing.
烧饭的时候啊，人要站好，人想能趴在锅里很正常的。锅吧，用个钢圈焊在那里， 刀把插在里面。
All the reinforcements make sense. After all, this kitchen operates under extreme conditions. On a deep-sea fishing boat, every square meter is precious. The Chinese saying, cast a long line to catch big fish, perfectly describes long line fishing. Buoys are strung along a 10,000-meter main line with hooks spaced every 5 meters. Hook and bait sizes are carefully selected so as to catch different species. This season, large hooks baited with mackerel chunks are set to catch one powerful predator. The conger eel lurks in sandy mud. This large-bodied eel is highly sensitive to changes in water temperature. The weather at sea changes quickly. Prolonged heat unsettles the eels and drains the crew.
产量不好啊，钓不起来啊。
鱼少了，每个人都不说话，老大饭都不吃。
After 30 years at sea, Zhu knows one thing all too well. Too long away from land, and the isolation begins to wear on you.
螃蟹太多了，量放下，给螃蟹吃掉。着急啊！
这两天鳗鱼不太好，搞两只螃蟹，大伙改善生活，心情好一点。
The crew call him boss, a chef who makes magic out of the unexpected.
老总在这说烧饭保管，谁可以叫你？做老总最起码就是看着哪个兄弟都高兴都开心。今天中午就吃你了。
Even with limited ingredients, this tiny kitchen still finds a way to serve up something new every day. All thanks to the boss. Though a native of inland Henan province, Zhu cooks coastal dishes from Jiangsu and Zhejiang with ease. The fish is coated in starch, seasoned with vinegar and pepper. Scallions grown in this very kitchen give the fishball soup a warm, home-style flavor. When the stomach is filled, the heart is also healed, as the saying goes.
吃饭，兄弟们，吃饭好干活。下大雨喽！大吉大利！下了！
A heavy rain cools the sea. Eels, sluggish in the heat, are suddenly driven to feed and hunt. The next few days' catch depends on this moment. The boss joins the hunt. 150 baskets, 8,400 hooks, stretching across dozens of nautical miles. The first eel is on. It thrashes violently. The line stretched to its limit, almost breaking free. Slicing through the waves, a silver eel bursts from the sea, twisting like a ribbon. Over generations, fishermen from Jiangsu and Zhejiang have developed a deep understanding of the changing seasons. Eels are salted and dried in the sea breeze. Over time, they take on a rich, savory flavor and a silky texture. All that's needed to bring out its full savory flavor is a quick stir-fry. Even eel offal, when paired with pickled mustard greens, can produce a distinct savory flavor unique to Taizhou kitchens. On board, the eels are processed fresh without freezing, so as to preserve the firmness and texture of the meat. The faster they are handled, the better it is. The kitchen may be small, but nowhere is the sea to pan journey shorter. Oil sizzles as the eel hits the wok, its golden skin crisping up. Knife cuts form neat rows, each groove filled with rich sauce. Once a force to be reckoned with in the open sea, the eel is now playing the starring role on the dining table. These men will be at sea for months. Yet even here, a small kitchen holds the warmth of home. When you're far from home, it's not just the heart that aches. The stomach remembers too, craving the taste of home. In northern China's snowy winters, a cast iron pot, a wood fire, and mother's dumplings mark the winter solstice. In everyday kitchens, warmth passes through busy hands and gentle chatter. Steam carries the flavors of life, and each shared meal paints a moment of peace. In Jiang Nan, the southern Yangtze region, an old stove wall stands in quiet dignity. The murals on it convey a sense of happiness and peace. In Jiang Nan cooking, the finest 8 ingredients from rivers and lakes are known as the 8 immortals of the water. Arrowhead, a plant with edible tubers, may be the least known of the 8 because of its slight bitterness. But in Suzhou kitchens, they know how to bring out its hidden sweetness. A simple coin peels the arrowhead's delicate skin with ease. Its subtle bitterness is best mellowed by animal fat, a time-tested kitchen trick. So, during arrowhead season, the pork is cut richer and fattier than usual for a deeper braise. Cooked whole with its stem, the arrowhead softens on the outside while staying crisp within, making it a perfect companion to the soft, glistening pork. Arrowhead, a seasonal delicacy, takes on many forms in the kitchens of old Suzhou. Pan-fried, deep-fried, stuffed, or simply stir-fried with its tender stems. In Jiang Nan, along the Yangtze River, few would imagine that far away in the mountains, the arrowhead takes on a different form. With each forceful turn of his rake, Bao Lingbin unearths the root of a wild plant. In form, it resembles the Jiang Nan arrowhead, but it's barely a seventh of the size. No wonder locals call it the small arrowhead.
这细子个长得下去好吃。
安逸的很。我们两个喝吗？
是，你能够喝。
Baojiatun lies nestled against the Miaoling Mountains. Over 600 years ago, Ming Dynasty Emperor Zhu Yuanzhang sent 300,000 soldiers from the Jiangnan area to settle and farm here. The descendants, the Tunpu people, went on to build hundreds of fortified villages across 100 square kilometers of Anshun. From traditional Han-fu clothing to stone houses, this village still preserves the Ming Dynasty legacy of early migrants from the Yangtze River region. No murals grace their stoves, but the seeds and culinary traditions their ancestors carried have long taken root in this mountainous land. A cleaver strikes with a thud. Thick sap oozes from the arrowhead. As the oil heats and bubbles gently, it quickly draws out moisture from the small arrowheads, leaving only a crisp golden bite.
我喊你赢我，你给打钱。
你来赢啊！我在打给他看。
慢慢吃。
Bao is a grandfather of 7. Fried arrowheads are easy to store and last through the winter. By the time they are gone, the children have grown another year. While family history now lives in ancestral records, it is the grandparents' kitchen that holds the true taste of home.
喂，该搞了呀？不吃菜，烧辣椒，吃鸡骨。
On weekends, Bao's children return from their jobs outside the village, and, naturally, more dishes are added to the table. Strange to think, but the hometown flavours we often take for granted have often been shaped by years of quiet, stovetop devotion. Suzhou-style pastries, known for their delicacy and refinement, may have been the flavour that brought a taste of home to early settlers in Anshun during festive times. When the landscape changed, so too did the craft. As the ancestors settled into this new land, the traditions evolved in line with what the region had to offer. Rice was no longer milled to a snowy fineness. Instead, glutinous dough was rolled by hand into soft, uneven balls. Perilla seeds, abundant in the mountains, replaced the sweet fillings once used in the Jiang Nan region. Toasted in a hot wok and gently crushed, the seeds shed their husk and were mixed with brown sugar by hand. Once the rice balls were steamed to a sticky tenderness, they were layered with filling, one after another. Even today, the traditional 8 bowls of Tunpu cuisine still carry clear traces of Jiang Nan. Compared to family records passed down through generations, taste holds a longer memory on the tongue. Our ancestors believed that where the road leads, there lies home. Where the kitchen stands, there lies the heart of one's homeland. More than 30 years after the first settlers began cultivating this land, it was officially established as a province, Wenzhou. The kitchen does more than feed. It offers warmth to those far from home and glows with the quiet kindness of the city at night. As night falls, the tap of bamboo stirs a craving in Wenzhou locals. The mere sound is enough to set mouths watering. Fitted into a 1-meter space on a tricycle, this tiny kitchen is fully equipped and made to serve one thing: a steaming bowl of nok wonton.
好的，放到超市里面。哦。看多倒掉就没吃喽。
Xia built this pocket-sized kitchen by hand. Equipped with 20 vacuum flasks and a chest of drawers, the stove rolls with the tricycle. Each wonton is plump and delicate, with a rosy blush beneath its pale skin. This is Xia's signature skill. Folding dough into layered wrappers is nothing new, but in Wenzhou, savvy vendors like Xia used a custom measuring board to standardize each one, uniform in size and thin as paper. The filling is freshly minced sticky pork tenderloin. A bamboo blade spreads it with care, while thumb and forefinger work in sync to fold each wonton with practiced ease. As the hollow wrappers boil, steam gathers inside, swelling them like delicate bubbles. They rise to the surface, light and full. Steam cools quickly, so even the impatient can enjoy them without burning their tongue. For Xia's regulars, this craft is always worth the wait. The wontons take center stage, but the extras shine too. A pinch of dried shrimp, a few strands of seaweed, all deepening the broth. A scoop of fresh pork, splashed with yellow wine, is swiftly dropped into boiling water. Lightly poached, it brings out a final burst of flavor. A bowl of wontons fills the belly and smooths away the rough edges of life. The customers leave satisfied, but Xia keeps moving.
我的觉得这里是最迟的了。我今天晚上跟你搞来搞去，我这根本就时间都赶不上。
For 35 years, his little kitchen on wheels has followed the same route, with loyal fans waiting at the usual spots right on time.
他家吃了10几年了。
主要在哪里出摊，我就要跑到哪里去。
啊，我的也没见到你，你不跑哪里去了？有的小孩子读的大学毕业回来，我都不认识他，他叫我阿公。
In a city built on commerce, streetlights trace the steps of those who rise early and work late. Every few blocks, food carts like this one are more than just meals on wheels. These tiny kitchens are nothing less than beacons of quiet warmth, oases of everyday comfort and cheer. At 3 a.m., as Shah finishes for the night, another kitchen comes to life. Over 1,000 kilometers away in Shunde of South China's Guangdong, Chef Lin Yansha begins her day.
小心，係小心啊！哎，今日好早啊，個睇開工㗎啦。
Now 70, Lin has spent over 40 years cooking for village feasts. Today, she leads a team of more than 200 women.
今日嘅有超過1000圍啦，列格啦、海珠區啦，超過10個地方啦，今日。
It takes 7 trucks to transport their cooking gear alone.
好啦，你哋揸緊時間啦嚇，7點先有準㗎啦。好，出發走。
In Guangzhou, more than 100 urban villages remain scattered across the city, though most have been redeveloped. The Pearl River winds through the landscape, its waterways spreading like veins beneath the surface. While towering buildings rise along its banks, hidden forces stir beneath the water as dragons wait to awaken. Each year, on the 8th day of the 4th lunar month, local men take part in an ancient ritual to wake the dragons. For over 300 years, dragon boat races and festival feasts have thrived right across southern China, their spirit still alive and kicking, even in the heart of the modern metropolis.
一年都係呢個當專業嘅思考，一直咁做㗎啦，就不停咁做㗎啦。
From dozens of tables to well over 1,000, the Dragon Boat Feast begins at the ancestral hall and spreads out beneath red canopies. It's a time when outdoor kitchens spring to life, with areas devoted to butchering, chopping, steaming and roasting, stretching across parking lots and spilling onto sidewalks. In fact, it feels like the city itself has metamorphosed into one giant open-air kitchen.
你哋怕行到啊！喂，你哋執條路。
But one thing's for sure, no matter how big the kitchen, Lin handles it with ease.
全部係好大質嚟嘅，個聽我話。今晚幾百圍，分工啊！幾百圍台，有啲好近，但啲台啊擺到好遠，所以呢佢來回啊。 幾乎就半個馬拉松咁遠啊，所以一定又要執炒啦。
A dragon boat feast has no fixed menu, just 9 dishes, fancy or simple, each chosen to bring good fortune. Roast pig has long held pride of place at Cantonese banquets. As a symbol of good fortune, it's the perfect size for a dragon boat victory. At 300 degrees Celsius, flames bathe the skin. When the pork crackling turns crisp and the meat becomes tender, this glorious dish is ready to be served.
阿公仔，你今日啲就要活力啲啊，唔係輸咗你要大祠堂啊！
我哋唔會輸嘅，唔會輸嘅。
On race day, the roast pig specialist takes up the oar to represent his clan.
年夜饭是一个小家庭，龙船饭呢，是我们一个整个祠堂一个中式，外地的那些兄弟啊，都可以请假回来。
2024年龍舟競賽，各隊注意！
加油加油！咁長就夠啦，今日練啦，係啦，唔使咁長，揸緊時間嚇。
At a dragon boat feast, the main dishes may vary, but one never changes: a diced stir-fry rice known as dragon boat ding. In Chinese, ding means offspring, making the dish a blessing for prosperity and a thriving family. It mixes colourful cuts of meat and vegetables with crisp green beans, at their best in early June, as a seasonal highlight. Lin insists on preparing it herself. The wok spans over a metre in width, big enough to stir-fry 20 portions at once. Dragon boat ding is both symbolic and satisfying. It conveys wishes for fortune and a thriving family, while delivering bold, savoury flavours. Pickled radish adds a salty crunch, and pork brings rich depth. As colourful cubes tumble from the scorching heat, their aromas start to fill the air. As the dragon boat race enters its final leg, it's ready, steady, go for the chefs as they start their very own race against time. Then it's all over, just as the cheers of victory erupt. Piping hot, wok fresh, savoury dragon boat ding on the table. As the city grows and waterways narrow, dragon boats are returning to the water and the village kitchens are on the rise once more. The pull of ancestral ties surges like hidden currents beneath the Pearl River, weaving through the maze of glass and concrete. Chinese culinary traditions span the centuries, linking not just past and present, but also shaping the dishes destined to grace the dining tables of tomorrow's world. Across the remote grasslands, the age-old dairy traditions offer a key to reawakening the modern palate. In West Ujimchinbana, land of white horses, summer is when Mongolian mares begin to produce milk. Tu Ya's mare is clearly not at ease. As a first-time mother, she seems nervous and unsettled. To encourage milk production, the mare must be separated from her foal for at least 2 hours.
老公们啊，完了。记了，这都记得。
我那天的新的骨头到那个进啊，南红白啊，啥去啊？看这个，那你们看。我走说，啊，我那个去，我那个去，那个去。还不送，不进来。哎，50了，姐。你们有这些50的技巧。
From tense and skittish to calm and still, an experienced herder needs just one thing: a sweat scraper. The finest ingredients must be earned with care. But a new mother produces little milk, and the foal must always eat first. All day long, Tuya and her husband tend patiently to more than 20 mares.
白马的奶好喝，还是黑马的奶好喝？白马。对了，答对了。
The remaining mare's milk is about to be transformed into a firm family favorite.
倒的次数越多越好喝。你看我们这边写的这个正字就是每一划一倒是100下，然后一天倒好几千次。
In the churning bucket, lactic acid bacteria ferment the milk, releasing carbon dioxide that rises in delicate frothy bubbles.
我操的了！
一直在。
After thousands of churns, 3 days later, the milk becomes ayrag, the prized fermented mare's milk drink of the grasslands. It's a crisp and refreshing drink, with an alcohol content of just 1 or 2%. It brings a gentle, pleasant buzz. For herders, it serves as a seasonal alarm, heralding the arrival of Nadam. Tuya and her husband are about to set off with their family's supply of ayrag.
还压这边转过去啊！
那哪转过去呀？
好了，掐掐！哎呀，干地苦！哎呀，笨什么笨？
那么个笨呢？走，趟个劲就。
对的，笨的很。
把这个又要进来。
好。
Nadam is the most festive time of all on the grassland and is the largest herders' market of the year. Around this time, a special group of guests undertakes the long journey to attend.
骑得好，骑得好，从小就骑杀了。哎呀，骑得好！
酸奶自己做的，传统的菌种，传统的方法。
酸奶来挑战赛开始就！孩儿们，加油，加油，加油，加油！孩儿们，加油！
While some come to celebrate a good harvest, for others the hard work is only just beginning. Jiang Nan, a food scientist, has spent 30 years hunting for probiotic bacteria.
很酸，对，可真好，不是特别酸。好，谢谢啊，谢谢，味道真好。
Inside the yurt, a most unusual kitchen comes to life. Here, the cooking takes place at the microscopic level.
以前酸奶里面用酒，几乎100%是用的怪的菌种。但我觉得中国人呢，查到的菌种和怪是有区别的。
Over 6,200 samples collected from the grasslands undergo testing, including separation, purification, digestion, simulation, and activity screening. Only the select few are destined to make the grade as qualified probiotics. Under the microscope, the probiotic colonies emerge like pale planets adrift in space. This is China's first probiotic strain to have its entire genetic code fully decoded. It even carries a name, Lactobacillus casei Jiang, in honor of the scientist himself. Today it can be found in many yogurt products on everyday store shelves. Nomadic peoples have been drinking arrowhead for over 2,000 years. But in today's kitchens, tradition is meeting science, giving ancient ingredients a new lease of life. Today, probiotics are widely appreciated for their health benefits and are finding their way into the modern Chinese kitchen. As life gathers pace, it seems that overnight, foods from distant places have made their way to our tables, turning once unfamiliar tastes into everyday comforts. In another time, Luo Fan, a pungent rice noodle soup from Liuzhou, might have remained a local secret. With its strong broth and seemingly unconventional toppings, it's too bold and too earthy to travel far. Fermented bamboo shoots may startle newcomers, but to locals, they are a cherished delicacy. Today, Luo Fan production has entered a new era of automation, making it possible to send tens of thousands of packets each minute to eager markets worldwide. This super kitchen is the driving force behind the progress of modern food industry. Yet the secret to its bold flavor lies deep inside a secluded cave. Liuzhou is a city nestled among mountains. Beyond the bustling streets, limestone caves stay cool and humid year-round. Just the sort of secluded spaces flavor masters need to perfect their craft. Inside the cave, sour brine has aged for decades, some jars for 10 years, others nearly a century. Treasured by locals, this potent liquid transforms fresh bamboo shoots into something intensely bold. The sharpness of sour bamboo shoots comes from the brine. The older it is, the stronger the smell. In the cool, damp air, lactic acid bacteria awaken as sour brine seeps into the bamboo shoots. As the proteins break down, they release a cascade of complex flavors. A single sniff is all flavor masters need to sense how far the fermentation has come and begin envisioning the next broth. In Liuzhou, sour bamboo shoots, typically made from the tender core, are the ultimate flavor booster. But as younger palates crave bolder tastes, flavor masters are reaching for a new secret weapon. Steeped in sour brine, the bamboo shoot sheaths absorb intense flavor. The result is an even sharper bite. As they soften and unfurl in the broth, their essence enriches the soup with a deep, lingering finish. Here, sour meets funk, freshness meets depth, a bold flavor born of nature and savored far and wide. Driven by a love for hometown flavors, the Chinese have brought culinary traditions into step with the rhythm of modern industry. As the scent of home cooking drifts through time, the kitchen has become the place where stories begin and where every journey finds its way home.